For those of y'all just now finding this channel, my name is Coach Simmons, and I cover small-time college football, particularly HBCUs, but I also cover FCS. And right now, with the Pac-2 not being able to reach an agreement with the Mountain West for next year's, let's call it college football season. Yeah, they can double back and they can renegotiate, but they don't reach the agreement. I want to explain to you the possibilities of this conference and what makes it more, let's call it, reasonable than what they currently have. Do me a favor. I know all YouTubers say this crap. If you like this kind of content, give me a like, share, and subscribe. We're going to dig deep into it and explain to you the benefits of this conference. I will start with the South and double up to the North. Now, the South is basically the Mountain West. Yeah, you have your UNLV. You got to bring in UNLV. That's one of the major ones. San Jose State, Wyoming, and San Diego State. They already play each other anyway. They play each other, so you bring in Oregon State. It's kind of close to San Jose. You can blink and squint your eye and say it's close to Wyoming. And Wyoming brings in Idaho. So you go ahead and you can have that. That can be your South region. And of course, with it being 6 teams, you're guaranteed to have 6 home games a year. Right? So you're guaranteed to have, 6 home games a year. And in your conference, you're going to have at least 3 games on the road. That's 8 games you're going to have yearly. And with these being so close by, except for San Diego State, this is going to bring you to a more of a regional conference, something that is bound to build rivalries and rebuild universities like Idaho, who used to be part of the WAC conference with Wyoming and basically most of these damn teams. But you don't care about that South part. You're here for the North. And this one right here is going to take a little imagination. Because see, the North, if you're not informed on FCS football, you would think, oh man, they got all them sorry schools from the Dakotas and Montanas up there. But anybody who knows FCS football, and if you're a New Mexico fan, you know that these Montana and North Dakota schools, or Colorado fan at that, North Dakota schools are FCS in name only. They are an FBS team, football-wise. But how would that actually work? What would incentivize these schools to come? Well, let's don't forget, Montana used to be in the Pac-10. Yes, back when it first started, Montana was part of the Pac-10, the FBS Pac-10, if you want to call it that. They dropped out after a couple of years, yes. But they've been here before. And this right here, the scheduling, regional scheduling, whatever, kind of benefits all the FCS schools. Because see, when you're in a Power 5 conference, or this would be, I guess, a Group of 5 conference, but you're in this kind of conference, you're guaranteed to have 6 home games a year. So the North Dakota schools, you're going to have 6 games in your stadium every year. The hell's that with travel? And because you are in the North region of this conference, it's actually easier traveling than the current conference you're in right now. Because let's pick North Dakota State, for instance. You have your 6 home games, and you have your 3 divisional games. So let's say you're going to play Montana, you're going to play Boise and Washington State. All of those, well, Montana's a big state, but all of those were within reasonable distance. Or you say they're not. They're currently in a conference where Youngstown State, So even the furthest in their division is closer against Cal State. And all these schools can probably get a seventh home game, especially the Dakotas, because they can play North Dakota and they can play South Dakota. That way, they guarantee to have at least another home game, or if they want to go on the road and play them, hell, a regional game every year. So the travel wouldn't be that big of a problem with those FCS schools starting out. Now, yeah, every now and then they got to take their butt to San Diego State, UNLV, San Jose, Oregon State, Wyoming, Idaho. But at the same time, these schools will benefit from the, let's call it, bigger TV contracts. They may lose a little bit of recognition because they won't be the big dog on the block. Now, I'm not going to lie. North Dakota State, Montana State, South Dakota State may eventually win this conference outright. In fact, the only two schools I see standing in their way will be probably Boise State and every 5 years Oregon State. But having these schools come up now, yes, it would be a death blow per se to the current Mountain West. But they can always rebuild and add teams. But the Pac 12, because they've lost that agreement with the current Mountain West, well, you'll have an option. Fold, go independent, or, this is the big or, rebuild now. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, it's $5 million to join the FBS. Unless the FBS wants you. And we know that Oregon State and Washington State, they have a shitload of money for the departing schools. And also, there's a carrot in there. The carrot is the highest ranked Group of Five champion gets a college football playoff berth and a home game. What kind of carrot would that be if you are North Dakota State and you mess around and in 2 or so years win this damn conference? The highest ranked Group of Five champion, and you host Alabama in Fargo. I'm not saying they'll win, but that will change the game. My name is Coach Simmons. This is just a thought process. What would it look like now that the Pac 12 has no agreement with the Mountain West? Have a wonderful day. Happy Labor Day. I'm out.